What's up, everybody? All right, so I am in the mountains of Transylvania, out in the middle of nowhere, with a friend who owns this pretty cool hut. There's nothing out here, but I like it. This is the story of when I spent almost 24 hours with a complete stranger in a remote area of the Transylvanian mountains. While I was in Bulgaria, I made friends with a guy who grew up in the area and told me that I should reach out to him. He didn't really know him or even provide me any details as to who he was or what he did, but told me over a text conversation that he's a good guy. I don't think you can get any more convincing than that, so I looked him up on social media and sent him a message. His name was Paul Durastino, and it turns out that he has owned that property for 11 years. He runs a couple of NGOs and occasionally brings groups of elementary school children out there to demonstrate how their ancestors survived in the mountains.
On one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say,
he is currently in the process of turning his place into a camp where they can stay for several days. He has a few small patches of wheat planted out there and will show the kids how to cut it down using traditional tools. Then he shows them how to make bread from the wheat. The house he is working on now is eventually going to have a small oven so more people are able to participate. He also wants to build a tiny model house so he can demonstrate how to make a roof using straw, as well as teaching them how to make clothing using traditional methods. Kind of like an interactive museum with a great view. Another part of his initiative is to eventually build a school for kids who live in the area to make it easier for them to get an education. I will leave links with information in the description below if anyone wants to donate and learn more. Paul takes a bus out there on Tuesdays and Thursdays, stays the night, and catches the bus back to town that leaves the tiny village of Intragalde at the base of the Transylvanian Mountains, which is part of the Epusini mountain range in the Carpathians. The bus seemed to be undergoing a slow renovation, one piece at a time, because it had a chair with a cardboard backrest and a GPS system with an option to pay for the ride electronically. Once we arrived in the village, it took us about an hour to hike up to his cabin. Once we made it to a clearing, we saw a neighboring cabin and were soon greeted by his two dogs, Odin and Liuba.
Hi! Liuba! Yeah, she's the friendly one. Yeah. To all the rednecks in the wall.
Once we got there, he went around to make sure that everything was still in place, and I was able to look around at his setup. Check it out. It's a straw bed. This is where I will be sleeping tonight. And that sound, I have plastic on my shoes because I slipped and fell in the water earlier. And it's about 8 degrees Celsius. It's about 46 degrees Fahrenheit. It's pretty chilly up here. It's early October. But I like it. Check out this barn. Around here is where the dogs live. Dogs live out here. They protect the place or whatever. And here's where they sleep. It's dark in there. Here's the backyard. show you the kitchen. This plastic makes it hard to walk in these shoes downhill. It slides around everywhere. So check it out. You got your dishes, you got your faucet. Cheese grater, table. What more do you need? So earlier I went with Paul to get some water, and that was a pretty interesting experience. We had to open up this well for runoff water, and he had to skim some water off the top with a bucket, gently pour it out, and then get some of the good water that was underneath the surface. And you had to do it gently so as not to disturb the mud underneath. So, interesting way of getting water.
Used to have a system, but now it's kind of broke. There's still some here.
I was gonna say you're missing the jug.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm about to be put to work. I'm going to carry not these, but way up there. So they're right there. Yep. That's them. The countryside is gorgeous, and the view is even better from the top. We had to climb up there several times so we could slide down 5 round hay bales that weighed 120 kilograms apiece, or about 265 pounds, so he could build a roof for his new barn.
I think here between this and this I can put it by my own.
There's a way for a small vehicle to make it to the top of the mountain coming from the other side, which is how they ended up there to begin with. But it's not possible for a vehicle to get down to the barn, so that's where the fun began. All right, so we're getting close. It's really steep, but we have some relaxing music playing, so it made the trip not as terrible. But check out these views. Yeah, this is rough. Since there were 2 of us, he wanted to try strapping them together and sliding them down the hill. This is one way to do it. A strategy that worked perfectly until they ended up getting away from us and rolling down the hill the rest of the way. It was a tough break, but luckily it stopped at the level we needed it to be. And from there, we cleared a path and were able to roll them over one at a time with the rest of the haystack. I tried to start filming as soon as I started rolling, but my stupid fat fingers couldn't open up the phone in time.
Did you get it on camera? How they were rolling?
I think I got the very end of it. I like Paul. I think he's a good guy. But he holds the axe backwards when he's chopping down a tree. Here, let me show you how it's done. Look at that. Paul Bunyan. All right, you'll have to give me a few seconds because I'm a little weak and uncoordinated. Okay, we got a pathway cleared. Now, hopefully, we can get these hay bales moved to where we need it to go. Let's go right through there. Should be a piece of cake. Okay, well, we got these two down finally. We gotta go. What's edible? All right.
Cross my heart.
And we only have 3 more left, way up that mountain. Fun. Okay. Okay, so we finally got the hay bales down from way up there. Got them.
Still have the hiccups.
That was fun. Let's never do that again. Second time went a little smoother, and after that we filled these giant bags full and brought them down. None of it was easy, but we managed to get them all down before dark. Look at me go. Made it. Well, the last hay bale wasn't so bad. Put it in one of these bags here, and Paul just took it down the hill. I'm getting all the loose stuff, putting it in here. I'm gonna take it down, and then if it doesn't rain on us, I think we're going to start putting it up on the roof. So that'll be an interesting process. That's not so bad up here. I'm in the Transylvanian mountains. It's pretty nice. All right, so we finally got all the hay down from the hill. We didn't have time to put any on the roof, but...
May I say something? It's just 1/4 of the straw we need.
He has a lot more work to do. A lot more work. I won't be around for it. Holy. But we got a lot of work done, and it's really nice being out here. So we're going to cook some food. Or I don't know, cook. Maybe open some cans of tuna, and then probably go to bed here pretty soon when it gets dark, because we have to leave here at 4:15 in the morning. No later than 4:15, so we'll probably leave out around 4. That's really early. I'm not looking forward to that, but oh well. It was nice out here. Good experience. All right, we got some bread, some stuff in cans, some paprika, and some jam, and some apples that came from right over there. All right, so we're going to eat this, and then it's gonna be dark, and we're gonna call it a night because we have to get up at 3:30 in the morning. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for making it this long. I'm not really sure where I'm going next, but it should be fun. So, all right, see you guys later. Bye.